I don't know who exactly this message is going to reach, but I trust that if you're hearing these words, you're meant to. This is not a typical reading. It's a story. My story. Our story. One that I've carried silently in my heart for far too long. So please, don't turn away just yet. Hear me out until the end. Because everything I've held back, everything I've buried beneath the surface, is finally coming to light. This is my truth. You see, lately, life has been a storm. Not the kind that roars with thunder and lightning, but the kind that builds quietly, one wave after another, until it crashes down on you when you least expect it. And when the world around me started falling apart, the first name I whispered in the silence was yours. I didn't expect an answer. I just needed to feel your energy again. I needed to remember what it was like to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel seen. Because in this world that's become too loud, too cruel, and too complicated, you were always my stillness, my peace, my home. But I broke that peace, didn't I? There are things I never told you, reasons why I walked away, truths I was too afraid to face. At the time, I thought I was protecting you, maybe even protecting myself. But the truth is, I was running from my emotions, from responsibility, from love that was too big for me to understand, from a connection that burned so brightly it terrified me. You loved me with a depth I didn't think I deserved, and I failed to meet you at that depth. So I hid, behind silence, behind excuses, behind distance, and in doing so, I wounded not only you, but the one thing that was pure between us, the love. I'm not proud of the choices I made. They weren't made out of malice, but out of fear. And fear is a cruel teacher. It makes you believe that love is dangerous, that closeness means losing yourself, that vulnerability is weakness. But I see now, I was wrong. You weren't my danger. You were my blessing. And that's why I'm here today, opening my heart in a way I never have before. Because the silence between us has grown too loud, and I can't carry the weight of what if any longer. I need to speak, not to change the past, but to honor the truth that still lives inside me. Life has been testing me in ways I can't fully describe. Some days, it feels like I'm holding everything together with shaking hands. Other days, I can barely hold myself upright. But no matter how chaotic things get, your memory still finds a way to anchor me. It shows up in the quiet moments, when I hear a song we once shared, when I walk by a place that holds your laughter, or when I wake from dreams that feel too real to forget. You never really left me. Not truly. Your soul lingers in mine, like a soft echo in a sacred temple. And the more I try to silence it, the louder it becomes. I know you've moved forward. Maybe you've tried to heal. Maybe you've built walls to keep my memory out. And I don't blame you for that. But if there's even the smallest part of you that still wonders about us, that still believes in what we shared, then I hope this message reaches that place. I want to tell you something I never had the courage to say before. I need you. Not in a way that's selfish or dependent, but in the way a soul needs its reflection, in the way a flame needs oxygen, in the way that light needs darkness to be seen. You brought clarity to my confusion, warmth to my coldness, purpose to my wandering, and I pushed you away. I told myself you deserved better, that I was protecting you from myself, but all I was doing was abandoning the one thing that could have made me whole. You? Do you remember the way we used to talk? Those long conversations that felt like poetry. Those moments when we didn't even need words, because our souls spoke louder than language. That kind of connection doesn't happen every day. It doesn't come from chemistry or common interests. It comes from destiny. I believe you were sent into my life by divine design. Twin flame, a mirror, a teacher, a healer. And I shattered that mirror because I couldn't bear to face what I saw in it, the parts of me I wasn't ready to love. But now, after all the pain, all the trials, all the sleepless nights and empty mornings, I'm ready. I'm ready to face you, to face myself, to face the truth of who we are. I know I hurt you, and I know I don't get to demand your forgiveness. That's something only your heart can offer in its own time, and only if it's meant to. But I want you to know that I'm not the same person I was when I left. Pain changes people, loss transforms them, and losing you taught me more than any life lesson ever could. It taught me humility. It taught me patience. It taught me that love isn't about control or perfection, it's about showing up. Even when you're scared, even when you don't know what the outcome will be. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm showing up. Not to rewrite the past, but to rewrite myself, and maybe, if the universe allows, to write a new chapter with you in it. I don't expect it to be easy. We have history. We have wounds. We have shadows that might never fully fade. But we also have something rare, something sacred, a bond that exists beyond logic, beyond explanation. And I believe that bond still breathes, even if it's quiet, even if it's hidden behind anger or disappointment. It's still there, waiting, just like me. I've imagined 1,000 different ways this message could go. 1,000 versions of myself standing before you, trying to explain the unexplainable. But no version ever felt quite right. Until now. Because now, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not trying to win you back with fancy words or empty promises. I'm simply speaking from the rawest part of my soul. This is me. No mask. No filter. No fear. Just truth. And the truth is, I still love you. More than I ever allowed myself to admit. I don't want to be the reason you cry anymore. I don't want to haunt your memories or make your heart heavy with regret. I want to be a source of peace. I want to be someone you can trust again. Someone who shows up. Someone who listens. Someone who chooses you, not out of need, but out of love. Real, grounded, unwavering love. And I'm not saying that love will fix everything, but I do believe it can heal. And healing is all I ask for now, whether it leads us back to each other or simply allows our souls to breathe freely again. This is my last chance to say all this. Not because I'm giving up hope, but because I can't keep pretending I'm okay without you. I've tried. I filled my days with noise and work and distractions. But nothing ever fills the space you left behind. Because you weren't just a chapter in my story. You were the plot twist that changed everything. The spiritual lesson I couldn't ignore. The love that taught me who I really am. And now I stand here, ready to face it all. If you hear this message and your heart stirs, even just a little, then maybe that means our story isn't over. Maybe there's more for us to uncover. Maybe forgiveness isn't about forgetting, but about allowing love to grow in new soil. Maybe you and I can plant something beautiful again, even if it's just a conversation, even if it's just a hello, even if it's just one step toward healing. So here I am, with trembling hands and a heart wide open asking for this. Let's talk. Let's reconnect. Let's see where this energy leads. Because the truth is, you were never just someone I loved. You were someone I remembered from lifetimes ago. And I believe we were meant to find each other again. Maybe not in the same way. Maybe not in the same form. But always. Inevitably. Soul to soul. If you choose to walk away forever, I will honor that. But if there's even the smallest chance you still believe in what we were, what we could still become, then please, don't let this be the end. Let it be a new beginning. A quieter one, a gentler one, a more sacred one. With love, with truth, with everything I never had the strength to say. Until now, forever holding space for us. Yours, always.